Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to General Hospital teasers on Tuesday, February 11th, Sasha Gilmore Corbin will be pleading with Jason Morgan, while Danny Morgan becomes enraged. Here is what GH viewers should anticipate from Sonny Corinthos, who will also receive a surprise. Curtis Ashford will first advise Jordan Ashford to just say no to whatever this guy wants. Curtis seems to be somewhat worried about Jordan being too close to Jen Sidwell. Emma Drake is coming over with a suggestion for Kai Taylor to think about. We'll see if Kai agrees or not because this might coincide with Emma's next fundraising event. Willow Corinthos will then discuss her connection with Drew Quartermain with Martin Gray and Nina Reeves. Nina will have some alone time with her daughter when Willow asserts that they are no longer required to hide. Nina will become upset as a result and acknowledge that she can see why Willow would fall for Drew. In GH's weekly teaser video, Nina appears to be about to tell Willow about her hookups with Drew, but will she actually do so or hold back from telling the whole truth? In regards to Avery Corinthos, Christina Corinthos Davis will call. Regarding Ava Jerome's attempt to rob Avery from the park, would Christina contact Sonny Corinthos? Christina will still want Sonny to know that the situation was avoided when Rick Lansing arrived and pulled Ava away. On Tuesday's show, Sonny will receive some encouraging news, so he might be relieved that Ava didn't succeed and that Christina told him. Following this encounter, Sonny might firmly anticipate that he will retain custody of Avery and take all necessary steps to defeat Ava in court. In any event, Sonny will speak with Natalia Ramirez on the plane ride home, which will increase their time together and show his appreciation for her support. Lucky Spencer will inquire as to how Elizabeth Baldwin came to the rescue this time at Charlie's pub. It appears that Liz will discuss her personal role in the park incident involving Ava and Avery. Isaiah Gannon and Elizabeth will eventually catch up, and on Tuesday's episode, they will discover a common ground. Sasha will urge that Jason convince everyone that he is the father of her child after hurling a drink in Cody Bell's face and going out to talk to Jason alone. Jason could be apprehensive about the proposal, but Sasha will make a last-ditch effort to convince him that this will safeguard Michael Corinthos' custody claims. Danny will become agitated across the community, while Cody shares some challenging feelings with Felicia Scorpio. Danny will undoubtedly seek justice now that he is aware that Cyrus Renaud is the primary suspect in Sam McCall's inquiry. I must locate him, Danny yells at Rocco Falconeri in the teaser footage from Tuesday. Rocco will be concerned that Danny spilled too much and will wonder if he wants to pursue Cyrus himself or if he wants to get Jason to do it for him. Stay tuned for some surprising Cyrus news in Port Charles, according to General Hospital spoilers. Spoilers for General Hospital for Monday, February 10th to Friday, February 14th. As Jason finds himself at odds with Tracy and being contacted by Alexis, Elizabeth struggles to find the appropriate words for her ex-husband. Do you want further information? Continue reading. Spoilers for Monday, February 10th on General Hospital. In today's recap, Cody publicly accuses Jason of being the father of Sasha's child. Rick and Ava get heated in her apartment, and Carly and Nina conspire to remove Drew out of Willow's life. Cody's mouth opens. We are eager to witness this battle. Jason and Tracy are going to face off in what could be an incredible battle. We all know that Carly is a woman who keeps her word, or at least makes an effort. DVR warning. Josh Kelly's new position is. This is what we know. Ava believed she had the ideal strategy. Unfortunately, she was wrong, as she would soon discover. Do you want to learn more about Kai and Trina? They do the same with each other when spending valuable time together. Therefore, this is your chance. Willow is unsure of how to move forward. Hot, hot, hot. Vanessa Marcel reveals a startling new appearance. Spoilers for Tuesday, February 11th on General Hospital. Jordan is placed on notice by Curtis. As they provide each other consolation, Isaiah and Elizabeth discover that they have a lot in common. Sonny eventually gets some positive news despite his recent health problems. Cody receives a sympathetic ear from Felicia while Jason and Sasha get acquainted. So thrilling. Favorite guiding light is back at work. Oh boy. Let's get started. Spoilers for Wednesday, February 12th, on General Hospital. Jason sets aside time for a lengthy conversation with Danny, who undoubtedly has inquiries about the most recent occurrences. Ruro Jocelyn appears to be having some problems. Would she be able to talk her way out of it? If Alexis is approaching Tracy, of all people, to ask for a favor, she must be desperate, man. Brennan and Carly are going out soon. Christina has the chance to get to know relative newcomer Isaiah better. Thursday, February 13th. Spoilers for General Hospital. Will Sonny spit it up or swallow it when Nina gives him food to think about? Naturally, in a figurative sense. Chase needs to talk about something. Who will hear his confession, though? We're going to throw poor Sasha for another loop. Because of their lengthy and occasionally problematic past, Rick is likely to take Elizabeth's assurances seriously. Cody is going to have to apologize for something. Friday, February 14th. Spoilers for General Hospital. Someone is ready to make an offer. Will Ava accept it? Rick finds it difficult to decide whether to proceed. Are they warranted? Christina is really angry. As if someone has irritated her on all fronts. Is this connected to what Molly is going to disclose? Alexis approaches Jason in the hopes that he will listen to her. Is her goal setting too high, though? When Jason pretends to be Michael's child's father, it makes things more difficult for Diane. Teaser for General Hospital. Spoilers regarding Michael Corinthos' relationship with Sasha Gilmore Corbin. Jason Morgan has previously been honest with Diane Miller. Diane was surprised to find out that Michael had also cheated on Willow Corinthos. It was shocking to learn that he was the father of a child during that time. Diane will be devastated to hear that Jason is posing as the child's father in order to support Sasha when Michael is unable to and possibly to make room for him in the child's life. Even if she and Robert Scorpio are no longer together, she had no intention of lying to him. Spoilers for General Hospital. One large happy family. Diane was aware that she could no longer keep Robert to herself. Everyone knew their breakup was inevitable, so it was bittersweet. However, it gave him the opportunity to consider a relationship with Holly Sutton. And if they end up getting back together, Sasha will have the whole family she has always desired. Of course, nobody imagined Jason would be involved. Given that she is a career criminal herself, Holly might accept him, but Robert is another matter. These two have a long history together, and when Robin Scorpio Drake, his other daughter, was falling for him, Robert didn't like him. What makes Sasha different? Leak of JH. Spoilers. This will not be cozy. In addition to having to adhere to attorney-client confidentiality, which prevents her from telling Sonny Corinthos or Carly Spencer the truth, Diane will also be prohibited from telling Robert Scorpio the truth. Remember how Diane and Robert had been together since their split, when Diane gave him the give-ahead to go after Holly. Will these two still be together when they return to town? How will Diane's newly discovered knowledge of Jason's activities conflict with their return? Spoilers for General Hospital. Robert's crusade. The thought of Sasha being pregnant with a known mob enforcer may be the thing that disturbs Robert the most. Most likely, he won't want him near his grandchild. Does he have a voice, though? Robert usually knows his position, and he must be appreciative that just a few months ago, Jason saved Sasha's life. However, this will go beyond a point at which he is not emotionally ready to make amends. Will Robert pursue Jason and put him in jail before the baby is delivered using his authority as the district attorney? Will Diane be tempted to violate her principles for the first time in order to persuade him to fire her? To find out, keep checking back for more GH teasers and news. Steve Burton of General Hospital makes a strange remark about Maurice Benard. Steve Burton recently made a somewhat strange remark about his co-star Maurice Benard, according to General Hospital News, but it's not exactly what you might be expecting. For all the information you require, continue reading below. Steve Burton of General Hospital makes a strange remark about Maurice Benard. Steve talked candidly about some of his moments and how he tries to maintain his persona, even when the cameras aren't rolling in the most recent edition of his daily drama podcast. However, that's what many actors in soap operas do, isn't it? However, Steve's implication that he and Maurice used to operate behind the scenes very differently in the past was an unusual moment. To put it another way, he gave the impression that they used to be far more serious about their work at General Hospital than they are now. I remember back when Maurice Benard and I took our jobs very seriously, the actor said. We wouldn't be doing anything that wasn't genuine. We most likely would have objected to that. Spotting someone who should be overhearing in our peripheral vision. That's a very strange thing to say, isn't it? Given that Steve and Maurice are still in General Hospital today, many folks can't help but raise an eyebrow at what Steve said. General Hospital spoilers. Port Charles's future? Perhaps they no longer take their roles as seriously as they once did. Many fans are curious about that. Although Steve Burton hasn't said anything more on the issue, we get the impression that they are taking their acting seriously given how hot the activity has been in Port Charles lately. Or at least that's what their supporters want. Fans of General Hospital, however, will undoubtedly need to pay attention to see what happens next. Sasha's plea to Jason. Danny's fury erupts. Sonny's surprise. The tension in Port Charles reached a boiling point as three interconnected storylines unfolded, each carrying emotional weight and deep ramifications for the town's residents. Sasha Gilmore, desperate and vulnerable, turned to Jason Morgan for help. Meanwhile, Danny Morgan, overwhelmed by his emotions, lashed out in a fit of fury, creating shockwaves among his family. And finally, Sonny Corinthos found himself on the receiving end of an unexpected revelation that left even the most hardened mob boss reeling. Sasha's plea to Jason. A cry for help. Sasha Gilmore had been through her fair share of struggles in recent years. After battling addiction, facing the loss of her child, and being manipulated by the devious Gladys Corbin, she had finally started to rebuild her life. But trouble always seemed to find her, and this time it was no different. Word had spread that a dangerous new drug cartel had infiltrated Port Charles, and Sasha, fearing for her safety and that of those around her, knew she needed someone strong and trustworthy to turn to. That someone was Jason Morgan. Jason had only recently returned to town after a long absence, and his reputation as Sonny Corinthos' enforcer remained intact. While he had tried to distance himself from the mob life, Jason couldn't ignore Sasha's desperation when she showed up at his door. "Jason, please, you have to help me," Sasha pleaded, her eyes filled with fear. "They're watching me. I can feel it. I know I shouldn't have gotten involved, but I didn't have a choice." Jason listened intently, his sharp mind already calculating the risks involved. He knew the cartel was ruthless, and if Sasha was on their radar, she was in real danger. "I'll look into it," Jason said in his usual calm, measured tone. "But you have to trust me and do exactly what I say. No more taking chances on your own." Sasha nodded, relief washing over her face. Jason's promise was her only hope. Danny's fury erupts. A son's anguish. While Jason was focused on helping Sasha, his son Danny Morgan was dealing with his own inner turmoil. Ever since Jason had returned to Port Charles, Danny had struggled with conflicting emotions. He idolized his father but also resented him for being gone so long. The final straw came when Danny overheard a conversation between Sam McCall and Carly Spencer, where they discussed the dangers of Jason's life and the constant risk it posed to his family. Danny stormed into the room, his fists clenched. "So what? You think Dad's just going to disappear again? Or worse, get himself killed? Do you even care how this affects me?" Sam looked at her son, her heart breaking. "Danny, I know it's hard, but your dad is trying to do what's right." "Is he?" Danny shot back. "Or is he just going to put everyone in danger again? I can't live like this." His anger was raw and it cut deep. Sam reached for him, but Danny pulled away, running out of the room before she could stop him. Later, Jason found Danny on the docks, staring out at the water, his shoulders tense with frustration. "I heard what happened," Jason said, stepping beside him. "You want to tell me what's going on?" Danny turned to his father, his face a mix of anger and sadness. "I just don't understand, Dad. Why does it always have to be like this? Why do you always have to be in the middle of danger?" Jason sighed, understanding his son's pain. "I don't want this life for you, Danny. But sometimes people need my help. And right now Sasha needs me." Danny shook his head. "And what about me? When do I get my dad back?" Jason had no easy answer, but he knew one thing. He wasn't going to let his son feel abandoned again. Sonny's surprise. A game-changing revelation. While Jason was dealing with Sasha and Danny, Sonny Corinthos had his own bombshell moment to face. He had been focused on rebuilding his empire after recent betrayals, but nothing could have prepared him for the unexpected visitor who walked into his office that night. The door swung open, and in stepped Brenda Barrett. Sonny's breath hitched. He hadn't seen Brenda in years, not since their tumultuous relationship ended in heartbreak. "Brenda," he said, his voice a mix of surprise and wariness. "What are you doing here?" Brenda offered a small, knowing smile. "I needed to see you, Sonny. There's something you need to know." Sonny gestured for her to sit, his mind racing. If Brenda was back, it could only mean trouble. She took a deep breath before speaking. "It's about our son." Sonny's world tilted. "Our what?" Brenda nodded. "I didn't tell you before because I thought it was safer that way. But things have changed. He needs you, Sonny. And you need to be ready for what's coming." A stunned silence filled the room. Sonny, who had faced countless enemies and betrayals, was now faced with a truth he never saw coming. The fallout. What happens next? With Sasha in danger, Jason torn between his responsibilities, Danny struggling with his emotions, and Sonny confronting a past he never expected, Port Charles was on the brink of another major upheaval. Would Jason be able to protect Sasha while mending his relationship with Danny? Could Danny find a way to forgive his father? And what did Brenda's revelation mean for Sonny's future? One thing was certain, Port Charles was never short on drama. And this was only the beginning of a new chapter filled with shocking twists and emotional confrontations. Jason complicates things for Diane as he steps in to play dad to Michael's child. Jason Morgan has always been a loyal friend, a fierce protector, and a man of few words, but his actions speak volumes. When he decides to step in and play a fatherly role in Michael Corinthos' child's life, it creates a ripple effect that complicates things for Diane Miller, one of Port Charles's most formidable attorneys. As Jason takes on this unexpected responsibility, it sends shockwaves through his relationships, legal standing, and the already complex family dynamics within the Corinthos clan. Jason's return and his protective instincts. After years of being presumed dead, Jason Morgan's return to Port Charles is nothing short of dramatic. His reappearance stirs up emotions for everyone, especially those closest to him, including Michael. Having been a father figure to Michael for much of his childhood, Jason naturally feels a sense of responsibility toward Michael's son, Wiley Corinthos. Given his history, it's no surprise that he wants to step in and provide stability for the young boy, particularly as Michael finds himself in a precarious situation, perhaps distracted by personal or business conflicts. However, Jason's actions, driven by his unwavering loyalty, inevitably complicate legal matters. Diane, as Michael's attorney and trusted advisor, knows the legal implications of Jason inserting himself into Wiley's life, particularly if it could raise questions about custody, guardianship, or potential legal battles with Wiley's mother, Willow Tate, or even Nina Reeves, whose involvement in Wiley's life has been tumultuous. Diane's legal worries and professional challenges. Diane Miller has always been a sharp, no-nonsense lawyer who understands the complexities of the Corinthos family's entanglements. With Jason stepping in, she finds herself in a difficult position. Jason is like family to her, and she respects him immensely, but as a lawyer, she must consider the broader implications of his actions. Wiley's legal guardianship is set in stone, and Jason's presence, while well-intentioned, might be used against Michael or Willow in a court battle. There's also the issue of Jason's past and his criminal record. Even though Jason has often managed to stay out of jail, his long history with Sonny Corinthos' mob organization could be used against him if someone, perhaps Nina or even a rival of the Corinthos family, decides to challenge Wiley's current custody arrangement. Diane understands that Jason's involvement, no matter how heartfelt, might open doors to legal battles that Michael and Willow were not prepared for. Michael's dilemma, between loyalty and responsibility. Michael Corinthos has always had deep respect and admiration for Jason, but he also knows that his child's well-being comes first. He is torn between allowing Jason to play a role in Wiley's life and protecting his family from unnecessary legal complications. Michael trusts Jason completely, but he also knows that his presence could be a double-edged sword. Michael must weigh his options carefully. On the one hand, having Jason around gives Wiley a strong male presence, someone who can teach him important values of loyalty, courage, and resilience. On the other hand, if Jason's involvement leads to unwanted attention or legal trouble, it could put Wiley's stability at risk. Diane warns Michael of these risks, making it clear that even though Jason's heart is in the right place, his presence might create a legal mess that could be exploited by others. Carly and Sonny's involvement. Carly Spencer and Sonny Corinthos are never far from the drama when it comes to their family, and Jason's actions once again bring them into the fold. Carly, who has always viewed Jason as her rock, is torn between supporting him and protecting Michael and Wiley. She understands the emotional connection Jason has with Michael, but she also listens to Diane's concerns about the legal risks. Meanwhile, Sonny, still grappling with his own issues, sees Jason's actions as both a sign of loyalty and a potential problem. While Sonny has always trusted Jason to protect the family, he knows that their criminal past could be used against them in unexpected ways. If their enemies catch wind of Jason playing a fatherly role, it could open up Wiley to potential threats or be used as leverage in the never-ending battle for power in Port Charles. The emotional toll on Diane. While Diane is a professional who has handled countless high-stakes cases, this situation is personal. She has fought tooth and nail for Michael in court before, ensuring that Wiley remained in the safest and most stable environment. Seeing Jason, someone she genuinely respects, potentially complicate things is frustrating. She understands his need to protect, but she also knows that the law doesn't operate on sentiment. If an opponent, like Nina or another adversary, chooses to make an issue out of Jason's involvement, it could lead to a courtroom battle Diane would rather avoid. Moreover, Diane's relationship with Jason has always been based on mutual respect. She doesn't want to be the person who tells him to back off, but she may have no choice if his involvement starts creating legal problems. As much as she values their friendship, her duty is to Michael and his legal standing as Wiley's father. Possible fallout: court battles, family feuds, and unexpected alliances. The complications from Jason stepping in could lead to several possible outcomes. One potential scenario is a legal battle, where Nina, or another party with a vested interest, tries to use Jason's criminal history to question Wiley's custody arrangement. Diane would have to fight tooth and nail to keep Michael's parental rights secure, potentially putting her in direct opposition to Jason if things escalate. Another possibility is that Michael, feeling the pressure from Diane's warnings and the risk of losing control of the situation, may have to ask Jason to take a step back. This could lead to tension between Michael and Jason, something neither of them wants but may be necessary for Wiley's sake. There's also the chance that Jason's involvement leads to unexpected alliances. Perhaps Willow, who has always trusted Jason, finds herself defending him despite Diane's warnings. Or maybe Sonny and Carly work behind the scenes to ensure Jason's presence doesn't become a legal liability. The Corinthos family has a history of bending the rules to protect their own, and this situation might be no different. Conclusion: General Hospital spoilers. What's next for Port Charles? Port Charles has always been a town full of drama, romance, and unexpected twists, and General Hospital continues to deliver gripping storylines that keep fans on the edge of their seats. As we look ahead, the lives of Port Charles residents are more entangled than ever, with secrets poised to unravel, relationships on the brink, and shocking returns that will shake the town. Here's a glimpse of what's next for your favorite characters. Sonny and Nina. Trouble in Paradise? Sonny Corinthos and Nina Reeves have been trying to make their relationship work, but cracks are beginning to show. With Sonny's mob ties constantly pulling him into danger, Nina is struggling to maintain her place in his world. The revelation that Nina was behind the SEC tip-off could come back to haunt her, and if Sonny discovers the truth, their relationship might be beyond repair. Carly and Michael are watching closely, and tensions are set to explode. Carly and Drew. A power couple in peril. Carly Spencer and Drew Kane have been facing numerous obstacles, from legal troubles to business challenges. Drew's recent imprisonment left Carly fending for herself, and while he is back, their road ahead is uncertain. As they fight to rebuild their lives, a new enemy emerges, threatening to dismantle everything they've worked for. Will they stand strong, or will outside forces tear them apart? Willow's health crisis. A new battle? Willow Tate has been through the ringer with her leukemia battle, but just when it seemed like things were improving, another health scare might be on the horizon. With Michael by her side, she's determined to keep her family together. But if a relapse occurs, it could test their love and resilience once again. Meanwhile, Nina is desperate to mend fences with Willow, but will her past actions prove too much to forgive? Spencer, Trina, and Esme. A dangerous love triangle. Spencer Cassadine and Trina Robinson's love story has been tested at every turn, and their happiness remains fragile. Esme Prince's presence continues to cast a shadow over their relationship, especially as she struggles with amnesia and questions about her true nature. If Esme regains her memories, will she revert to her old manipulative ways? Or is a redemption arc truly in the cards? And will Spencer and Trina be strong enough to withstand whatever she throws at them? Nicholas Cassadine, a shocking return? Nicholas Cassadine's disappearance has left many questions unanswered, and whispers of his return are growing louder. If he resurfaces, his presence will send shockwaves through Port Charles, especially for Ava Jerome and his son Spencer. Will Nicholas return to claim his legacy, or does he have his own dark agenda? Elizabeth and Finn. Is marriage on the horizon? Elizabeth Weber and Hamilton Finn have had a complicated romance filled with ups and downs. With Liz focused on her family and Finn struggling to balance his career and personal life, their relationship is at a crossroads. Rumors suggest that a proposal could be coming, but will lingering doubts and past trauma prevent them from taking the next step? The Quartermaines, more family feuds? No family in Port Charles has more drama than the Quartermaines. With ELQ facing internal strife, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine and Ned Ashton continue to battle corporate power struggles. Meanwhile, Tracy Quartermaine always has a trick up her sleeve. As secrets and betrayals unfold, will the Quartermaines emerge stronger, or will their conflicts drive them further apart? Dante and Sam. The next big adventure. Dante Falconeri and Sam McCall have been steadily growing closer, and their relationship is stronger than ever. However, danger always seems to follow them. A new case threatens to pull Dante deep into a dark investigation, while Sam finds herself drawn back into the world of private investigations. Will their love withstand the chaos, or will their dangerous careers drive a wedge between them? Anna and Valentine. A love-tested. Anna Devane and Valentine Cassadine are navigating turbulent waters as secrets from Valentine's past continue to haunt them. The return of a dangerous enemy could spell trouble for their relationship. Will they be able to weather the storm together, or is this the beginning of the end? New faces, old faces, and unexpected twists. Port Charles never stays the same for long. Rumors of new characters arriving, along with the return of some familiar faces, suggest that more shocking twists are on the way. With power struggles, betrayals, and love stories unfolding, the drama in General Hospital is far from over. As the weeks unfold, fans can expect heart-stopping moments, jaw-dropping reveals, and emotional storylines that will keep them hooked. Port Charles is in for a wild ride, and no one is safe from the storm ahead. Stay tuned for more General Hospital spoilers as the drama continues to unfold.